guys, today we are going to talk about one of the most important topics. We see this period in English that was violence, and we are going to talk about the contextualization, and that's going to be the perspective of all of us, personal the perspective of what is violence in our words. Then we are going to talk about some experience we have experienced the violence in our whole life. Then we are going to take some reflections of how can we go beyond violence, and to conclude, we're going to say conclusions of what's violence and how violence is affecting us today, and how can we control that. So to start, I wanted to say that for me, violence is how by our acts we can take out the agency for a person or for something, but it's not only to do it in physical way. We can do it with words, with actions, mistreating somebody, not giving the relevance that someone or something has, also saying bad things to a person, and affecting them in a psychological way. All that actions to affect somebody are like the type of violence. So I want to know, Felipe, how do you see violence?
For me, violence is like remove the agency of a person. Like I already say, it's like to act badly with a person, not in a physical way, also in a mental way. Because if you say bad things to a person, she or he it can be bad. So that counts like violence also. And there are different types of violence, but the principal is the direct one, that is the one that we can see. Like for example, the fights and all that. It's like the most easy to identify, and the others are like I already say, the mental ones and the different acts that we make that can impact a person. What is the definition of violence for you?
I think we would be both, because violence is when you keep away that capacity of a person to be free, to make whatever the person wants, or also to affect the integrity of the person, as much as physical, mental, as I say, moving that freedom or authority.
Thank you both guys for your definition. I think that were good definitions. Now I want to ask you, Felipe, have you ever been experienced, or have you ever been in a situation of violence that you in your life you say, yes, I have been violent with this or with that?
Yes, I have experienced only one experience of violence, and was that when I was in an academy of soccer, a soccer academy. In a match, I started to fight with a team member because we were saying bad things each other. So we started to just to push and that. So the family and the teacher entered and stop the problem, because I consider that I am not a violent person, but in that situation I get so angry. So I act in a bad way with the others, and that is bad, because we have to stay calm and to think the things that we have to make, and how that things or that acts can impact in a society.
Okay.
So we have Jason had an experience with violence in your life.
I think that yes, it's something similar to you, but it was years ago. I was very young, but it was a partner of mine of the school that he was bothering me and all the things. So one day I get angry, and I take from behind my partner, and I push him, and he goes to the floor, and then we have problems with the coordination and
With the violence
and I think that
it's common. Yes. And me, yes, obviously, I think that all of us in one moment of our life had experienced violence. In my case, it was here in the school. It was in 6th grade. and I left my wallet in my table, and I went to the services. But when I came from the recess, I was going like to find I was like finding my wallet, but my wallet didn't appear by any part. So I was like searching it, but didn't appear never. And that was like in terms of type of violence, it was robbery, because I was like I left my wallet here and other people like took it, and I never like see it before, and I lose all my I have money and I had my cards, so that's my experience. To reflect and like to make an analysis of this and how we can go beyond violence, I think that we need like to be so aware that Colombia is a very violent country. So the context that we are living and the context in we grow up is a very violent country, but we cannot let that context and that environment like take part of our life. So I think that we need to be calm. We need to think the things better, and we need to think first what we are going to do and what things that we do affect the people and how it affected and how it affect me also. But is that to be calm and not making and taking decisions so fast, because that can repercute or it can affect other people in a bad way, and that is like not the idea. I don't know, Felipe, what can you reflect or what can you say us?
So for me, like go beyond violence, you like to know the physical impact that violence had like present in our society. Because if we don't know like the impacts, we are not going like to take conscious about what is happening, and we are not going to act. So it's like think about how violence have made that our society don't deserve good, and that we don't have like a good like future. So based on what you want to say,
For me, I think that yes, violence is something like very structural in a country, but it's our mission to understand that structure, and we can face to face, step by step, we can start changing all the things and all that.
Okay, now we are going to make conclusions to end this video. So I want to start saying that, as already the two guys said, Colombia and our context and our structural like environment is so violent, but we need to know why. So knowing why, we can like to correct it and be like better. So I think that one of the most important things and that affects most that we can see it is the lack of education we have now here in the country. We can see that many of the people and the citizens are not well structured by a good level of studying. They don't have the possibility and the equality of being like well learned, and all that things that we can see in our society are like the main effects and the main like the main suspects of our violence that we are suffering now in Colombia. Other thing is the corruption we have here that doesn't let us progress and like be a country more developed. Also, that is like some of the most important things that violence produces. I don't know if you want to add something.
For me, like already said, Escudero, is we have to know that Colombia is a very violent country, and that we like don't have so much opportunities here. So like because of the corruption and other things, and like we already know, every time in the news we see that there are dead persons and that there are people fighting. So we have like to get better in that context and start fighting and think about the others and how your actions can impact in the society in a good way.
Because since that violence is a structural, we need to make a structural change, like changing all the little things that affects our like society, our culture, the college, all the how the parents treat these kids, how the school goes, and all that little phases in the social life of a person, political life of a person that can affect like his perspective of violence.
Okay, I think that we already finished. We are so proud that you can see this video and you can like learn about violence. And I expect that you like this video and we see in another time. Okay, bye and thank you.
Bye.